Hi, hello dear children. So in this class we are moving to the next chapter, three-dimensional geometry. This is very important chapter because it has a weightage of 11 marks. It has weightage of 11 marks. 11 marks ali they will ask 1 marks 1 question, 2 marks 1 question, and 3 marks 1 question, and 5 marks 1 question. 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 2, 10, and 10 plus 1 is here 11. So total weightage is here 11 marks. Remember, vectors and three-dimensional geometry, they are the most important chapter for JEE as well as the CET as well as exam point of view. So vectors alli nodi, they will ask for 11 marks. Total estimate weightage 11 marks. Similarly, three-dimensional geometry also has a weightage of 11 marks. Total estimate 22 marks exam barutte. But for JEE, so we can expect 2 to 3 questions from vector and three-dimensional geometry. These two chapters are the most important one. So three-dimensional geometry ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಲಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, so if you want to perfect in three-dimensional geometry, vectors is the most important one. So we are using the basic concept of the vectors like dot product, dot product or scalar product, or vector product or cross product, and scalar triple product. So ಇದೇನೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ, so before going to study about three-dimensional geometry, so please be go through with the vector algebra. Previous class vector algebra ಕಲೀಲಿ, ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. This chapter will become very easy. And so in 11th standard we have the introduction about the three-dimensional geometry. So ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ so we'll discuss about introduction to three-dimensional geometry. So first PU ಆಗಿದೆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನ ಒಂದು ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So after that one, so we are moving to the next very important topic, direction cosines and direction ratios. So these two are the important parameters. Okay. So as in the case of two-dimensional geometry, so two-dimensional geometry, so to define the or to discuss about the nature of the line. So either whether it is a perpendicular line, whether it is a slant line, so whether it is a horizontal line. So what is the parameter we used there? M, that represent slope of the line. Okay. But in three-dimensional geometry, so we have the parameter direction ratios. So direction ratios will define the nature of lines, will define the nature of planes, will define the nature of the relationship between planes and lines, like that. Okay. So here the important topic is direction cosines and direction ratios. In this class we are going to discuss about direction cosines and direction ratios. Before going to that one, so we have the little bit revision of first PU concept. Okay, blank space please. Okay. First listen here. So first ನೋಡಿ two-dimensional geometry ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. So when we have the two-dimensional geometry, so in a previous class, in a previous first PU, you are discussed about the straight lines and conic section in two-dimensional geometry. So why we call it as a two-dimension? Because so we have the two mutually perpendicular lines. This is what we call here x, this will be y-axis, this is y, and here we have horizon. To reach any point in the coordinate plane, suppose let's take the point, this is here 2, 3. So they represent here order pair. So first point represent here x and second point represent y. So there is general form here x comma y. So to reach the point 2, so we'll start with what? Horizon. So origin ಇಂದ start ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So towards x axis we are moving 2 units. So 2 units move ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. This become here 2. Okay. Similarly, parallel to y axis we are moving parallel to y axis. Unit ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ 3 units. So we are moving parallel to y axis at 3 units. So this become here 3. So 1 then 2. So this is called here two-way direction. So that's why it is called two-dimensional geometry. Sille word perfect ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? So what about 3D here? 3D represent here three-way direction. So any point in coordinate plane or in any point in Cartesian plane, they represent here p of x comma y. General form here x comma y. So when it comes to three-dimensional geometry, we have x comma y comma z because we have the three axes, x axis, y axis and z axis, and remember they are mutually perpendicular. In Cartesian plane it is divided into 4 parts, that is here first quadrant, second quadrant, third and fourth quadrant, whereas in the case of three-dimensional geometry that is divided into 8 octant. Okay, they divide into 8 octant. Okay, next. So now discuss about 3-dimensional geometry. So 3-dimensional geometry ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. So these three are mutually perpendicular lines. This is what we call is your horizon. So this become your x-axis, this will be y-axis, and this is your z-axis. To reach any point in the space, or this is also called here 3-dimensional space. So I will take this is the point here 2, 3, 4 is this. There is a point here 2, 3, 4. Start with horizon. So horizon start ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So towards x-axis we have to move 2 units alva. So towards x-axis this will be 2 units. Then parallel to y-axis. Parallel to y-axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 units draw ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. This become here 3. Next parallel to z-axis. This become here 4. This is the point. So to reach any point in the space or 3-dimensional space, so we have to take here 3-way direction. That's why it is called 3-dimensional geometry. So start with horizon towards x-axis, then parallel to y-axis having the unit 3. Again parallel to z-axis 1, 2 and 3. This become here 3-way direction. Is it clear? Okay, no. So next thing discuss ಮಾಡೋಣ. So what are the coordinate point of horizon? So this become here horizon nothing but x is 0, y is 0 and z is 0. Clear? Okay. So what about on x-axis? Coordinate point on x-axis that become x value irutte, but what about y and z? That become 0. Okay, ನೋಡಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, please listen here. So here this become here x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So always go with your anti-clockwise direction. That become x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Always take in anti-clockwise direction. Either you can take here x, y, z. That is also valid. X, y, z. That is also valid. Okay. So for simplification, I have taken x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Obviously they are mutually perpendicular. So these two are perpendicular, these two are perpendicular and these two are perpendicular. They are mutually perpendicular axis. Okay. So this represent here horizon. This represent here horizon. So coordinate point of horizon is here 0, 0, 0, because in 3-dimensional geometry we represent here triplets. Triplets in order pairs or order triplets here x, y and z. Clear? So any point in the 3-dimensional geometry represent here, or take here p of x, y, z. Any point in the coordinate plane coordinate geometry represent here x, y, z. Spatially. Okay. So just observe here x-axis is. So what is the coordinate point on x-axis here? So I will take this is the line. Here y 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, z 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So any point on the on x-axis here x, 0, 0. Clear? So what about y? That become 0, y, 0. What about z-axis here? 0, 0, z. Next slide please. Okay. Next, coordinate of horizon. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, coordinate of horizon is here 0, 0, 0. So 0, x is 0, y is 0 and z is also 0. This is your horizon. X is 0, y is 0 and z is also 0. Next, coordinate on x-axis. So any point on x-axis, any point on x-axis that become x, 0, 0. X value irutte. Okay, you can take here 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0 like that. So coordinate point on y-axis next is 0, y, 0, because on y-axis the value of x is 0 and the value of z is also 0. That's why it is represent 0, y, 0. Next, so coordinate on z-axis. So coordinate z-axis ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? This is the z-axis. In that coordinate, in that line x becomes 0 and y become here 0. Therefore the point here 0, 0, z. Next, okay. So coordinate of general point. We will discuss it here. Coordinate of general point. And so any point in the space. So any point in the space represent here. For suppose I will take this is the point here. So this point become here P of x comma y comma z. So any point in the space represent P of x comma y comma z. This is the general point. Okay. So suppose ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ point ಇದೆ. Okay. So this is the point here. Here are the point P of x comma y comma z. Just observe the vector algebra. So any point in the space having the position vector, so other represented. So this is called what we call as here position vector. This is our origin, this is the point P. So position vector of the point P of x comma y comma z is represented by vector r is equal to, so tell me, just remember this become x into I cap plus y into j cap plus z into k cap, where I cap is the unit vector along x axis. This is here I cap, this will be j cap, and this is here k cap. So next slide. Position vector of the point P, that is here P of x comma y comma z. So is r is equal to vector r is equal to xi plus yj cap plus zk cap. This is the point here. Okay. So then what is the magnitude here? Magnitude of r become, this is the length of the point or distance of the point P from the origin. I can say under here length of OP is equal to modulus of vector r. Okay, this is simply write as here just r. So r represent here the length of the point from the origin. Suppose if you write here vector, that become directed line segment. So this is here vector. So vector OP is equal to vector r. So having the position vector here xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Is it clear? Okay. So next we are moving to the equation of x axis, equation of y axis, and equation of z axis. Next slide. Just observe here equation of x axis nodana. So x axis, y axis, and z axis. So what about equation of x axis here? Just observe madi. So throughout this line, the value of y and value of z are 0. Therefore the equation of x axis become here y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. Clear? So what about equation of y axis? Just observe here, this will be x and this will be z. The value of x and z are 0. Clear? So therefore the equation of y axis here x is equal to z. Next equation of y axis here x is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 and z equal to 0, z here. Next equation of z axis, just observe here, this is equation of z axis. Equation of z axis ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. This become equation of z axis here x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Okay. Now discuss about the planes. Okay. So planes ಬಗ್ಗೆ discuss ಮಾಡೋಣ. Just observe here, this become the plane. So if you treat this as here, ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ x axis, y axis and z axis. So ಈ plane ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಲೊಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, on x and y axis also. So this is called here xy plane. This is called xy plane. So what is the equation of xy plane? Just observe here, if you take any point on xy plane, x comma y comma 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. It means here z is equal to 0. Therefore the equation of xy plane ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ, this z axis become 0. That is equation of next xy plane or xy plane is z is equal to 0. E value 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, z become 0. Okay, if you turn this one you will get this, that become, so what is the axis here? This is y axis, this will be the z axis. What is the coordinate point on yz plane? That is 0 comma y comma z, 0 comma y comma z. Okay, so what about corresponding equation? X is equal to ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 0. Next slide. The equation of yz or yz plane is here x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0. Similarly if you turn this one, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, this is x axis, this is z axis. So x axis and z axis. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ this plane represent here xz plane or xoz plane. So in that case the value of y becomes 0. Hence the equation of xz plane is here, y is equal to 0. This become 0. Is it clear? Okay. Next, equation of zx planes or zox plane is y is equal to 0. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳ? This is the case. So now dear students, we discuss about the distance formulas. Okay, just listen here. So in the coordinate geometry, so distance between the 2 points and the distance of the point from the horizon you have studied. So when it comes to 3-dimensional geometry, so here we have horizon. Okay, this become here x axis, this will be y, and this will be z axis. So if you take the point, this is your general point here, p of x comma y comma z in 3-dimensional geometry space, in space. So what about the distance of the point P from the horizon? Next slide. Okay, distance of the point P of x comma y comma z from the horizon, that is the horizon represent here, coordinate of horizon ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ 0 comma 0 comma 0. So that the distance become here square root of x square plus y square plus z square. Is it clear? So distance of the any point from the horizon in the space, that become square root of x comma y comma z. Suppose if you have the point here, another point on p1 of 1 comma 2 comma 3, 1 comma 2 comma 3. So what about distance of this point from the horizon O is here square root of 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. Repeat, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳ? Next, so next we discuss about the distance between the 2 points in the space, distance between the 2 points in the space. Okay, so illೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ another point ಇದೆ. Okay, so that this is the point P, this is the Q. So this will take here x2 comma y2 comma z2, and here x1 comma y1 comma z1. So distance between this point here, these 2 points, so that the distance is called here PQ. Next slide. Next, and the distance between the points P of x1 comma y1 comma z1 and Q of x2 comma y2 comma z2 is PQ is equal to, next, PQ is equal to square root of what here? Square root of previous, square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. This is the distance of the point, distance between the points P of x1 comma y1 comma z1 and Q of x2 comma y2 comma z2. Okay, so same cases. So what we have studied in 2-dimensional geometry, straight lines ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ವಾ, coordinate geometry, the distance between the 2 points x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2 is square root of what? x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. But here the one line has been extended here, that is z axis, that become z2 minus z1 whole square. Is it clear? Okay, so ಇದೇ ತರ ನೀವು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಇದೇ ತರ ಇಯರ್ ಇನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಿ ಯು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇನ್ 3-dimensional geometry. Okay, I'll discuss that one. Next slide. Section formula ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ. So here by the point P x1 comma y1 comma z1, and here we have another point Q of x2 comma y2 comma z2. Okay, so join these two. ಇದು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ so I will take the one point, so that is a point here R, general form here x comma y comma z. So this point divides the line segment joining the points P and Q in the ratio m is to n, in the ratio m is to n. So this become here m, this become here n, in the ratio m is to n. So what about the point x comma y comma z become? Next, this is called here internal division. So this point divides the line segment PQ in the ratio m is to n. So corresponding formula become here r of x comma y comma z is equal to mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. That become here ratio. Similarly, my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n and mz2 plus nz1 divided by m plus n. This is for internal division. So R become the internal point which divides the line segment joining the points. What are the points here? P and Q in the ratio m is to n. So what about your external division? Now discuss here. This is the point P, this is the point Q. Okay, this is the point Q. So I will take the point outside the line. Is it here R? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ join ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So the point R which divides the line segment PQ externally in the ratio m is to n. So ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? So total from here to here, this become here m and this become here n. Okay, so total become here the point R of x comma y comma z which divides the line segment joining the point P of x1 comma y1 comma z1 and Q of x2 comma y2 comma z2 externally in the ratio m is to n. That formula become next R of x comma y comma z is equal to mx2 minus nx1 divided by m minus n. Just we have taken, so positive sign will be changed as negative sign. Okay, so plus become here minus. So plus for internal division, minus for external division. mx2 minus nx1 divided by m minus n and my2 minus ny1 divided by m minus n. Similarly, mz2 minus nz1 divided by m minus n. So this is for section formulas. Okay, suppose if I take this R, the point R which become the midpoint of PQ. This is the point P and this is the point Q. This become here midpoint. So midpoint ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? So direct if you take the this as here R, so R is become the midpoint. So then the distance of P and R, distance on Q, R and Q, they are equal. So this is divided in the ratio 1:1. They divided in the ratio 1:1. So that is called here midpoint formula. Next slide. That become midpoint. So what about R here? Next, R of x comma y comma z is equal to, so m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 1. So total the value become here. So R is equal to x comma y comma z. The coordinate point here x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2, comma z1 plus z2 divided by 2. Okay, this is for midpoint formula. Okay, next. So suppose if R divides PQ in the ratio k is to 1. ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಮು, ಸೊ ಗಿವನ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P and Q ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ R ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ರೇಷಿಯೋ as k is to 1. Then how to find this one? We have the formula. Next, so R of x comma y comma z is equal to kx2 plus x1 divided by k plus 1. Similarly, ky2 plus y1 divided by k plus 1, kz2 plus z1 divided by k plus 1. This is for to find the ratio. Okay, when R divides PQ in the ratio k is to 1, just find the value of k. This is enough, so you can find the ratios. Okay, so these are the things you have studied in 11th standard. Okay, these are very important. So first ಮತ್ತೆ revision ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. And so 11th standard, sorry 12th standard vector algebra is the most important one to discuss about the 3-dimensional geometry. So because we are used all the formulas what we are using in vector algebra, dot product, vector product and scalar triple product, and the properties of vectors also very important for to discuss about 3-dimensional geometry. So completely 3-dimensional geometry is depending on vector algebra. Okay, so vector illu ashte. So we go with here two types of equation. First one vector equation and the second one Cartesian equation. Okay, so ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು equation of line define ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, vector form define ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, Cartesian formula define ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. If you define for plane, that is also defined in vector and Cartesian form. Okay, nowadays students we are moving to the next concept, direction cosines and direction ratios. So these concepts are very important, so to discuss about the 3-dimensional geometry, because the complete the nature of plane and nature of lines we can discuss with the help of direction ratios. So direction ratios will reveal the nature of lines and nature of planes. This is very important. So whereas in the case of 2-dimensional geometry we have the parameter slope. So using the slope, we can define whether the lines are perpendicular, whether the lines are parallel, whether the lines are intersect. And also we can find the angle between the two lines using slope alva. That is the tan theta is equal to modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2, where m1 represent slope of first line and m2 represent slope of second line. But in 3-dimensional geometry, we have the parameter direction ratios. So direction ratios are the most important topic. So that will reveals the nature of line, plane, and the relationship between lines and plane, planes and lines, and lines and lines. This is very important. So we'll discuss about the direction ratios. Next. Okay. Just observe here. We have x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. They are mutually perpendicular. They are mutually perpendicular. Okay. So if I take the line which is passing through origin, the line is passing through horizon means here it has a two-way direction. It is extended infinitely in two-way direction. Okay. So whereas in the case of vectors ನಾವು direction ratios, direction cosines ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Direction ratios and direction cosines ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. So ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೂ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾಗೂ 3-dimensional geometry, what are the difference? Now I will explain. Okay. Next, suppose this line which make an angle alpha with positive direction of x-axis, beta with positive direction of y-axis, and gamma with positive direction of z-axis. Okay. So here alpha, beta, and gamma. So listen here. Alpha, beta, and gamma, they are called here direction angles. What we call as here direction angles. Direction angles. So in this class we are discussing about the direction cosines and the direction ratios of a line, not a vector. Remember, of a line. So line means here two-way direction. Vector is defined as a directed line segment. Okay. Next. Okay. So first I will take the point here P of x comma y comma z on the line. Then so we get here this point. This is the point A, point B, point C. Then the distance of the point from origin to the point A is here x, then it is moving parallel to y-axis, then perpendicular to z-axis to reach the point P. So in the 3-dimensional geometry, in the 3-dimensional space, so start with origin 0 to point A, that become here x unit, then parallel to y-axis, that become y unit, then parallel to z-axis, that become here z unit. This is the distance here x, this will be the distance from y, this is the distance here z. Is it clear? Okay. So this line make an angle alpha, beta, gamma with positive direction of x-axis. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳು? ನೋಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ 11th ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾದಲ್ಲಿ we have discussed a vector. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ನ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ here we have one vector. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ this vector is not passing through origin. Okay. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, we are parallelly shifted the vector to find alpha, beta, and gamma. Similarly here also, so ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ suppose, so this line is located here. So ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, we are shifted this line parallelly to origin. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು? ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ we have one line. ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, again obviously this line is passing through horizon, so which make an angle alpha with x axis, beta with z axis, and gamma with beta with y axis and gamma with z axis. Silly parallel shift ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. This is very important because in vector algebra we discuss about free vector. In entire mathematics we discuss about the free vector. If you shift the vector from one part of the space to another part of the space, their direction, magnitude remains same. It never vary. Okay. So here also, so when the line is not passing through horizon means here, so we are shifted the line to parallelly. We are shifted the line parallelly in such a way that the line is passing through what? Origin. Artha aita makla? Okay. So now listen here. The line is passing through origin, which making an angle alpha with positive direction of x axis, beta with positive direction of y axis, and gamma with positive direction of z axis. Nodi. We are discussed here x axis, y axis, and z axis. Just observe here, it has one way direction. This is here, I will treat this as here directed line segment. This is nothing but vector. So in vector algebra we have only one set of direction cosines. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, suppose this line make an angle alpha with positive direction of x axis, This is angle between these two here, beta, and with the z axis here, gamma. Alpha, beta and gamma ಇದೆ. This is the case of vectors. So ಇದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ, 3 dimension geometry ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. So vector ಇದ್ದಾಗ, so one way direction ಇದೆ. This is not a problem. Cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma represent direction cosines. Okay. So when it comes to 3 dimension geometry, when we discuss about the line, it has a two-way direction. It has two-way direction. Okay. Nodi, this is the line. So illon direction move ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, illon direction ಗೆ move ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. The angle made by this line with x axis, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು angle form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ತಾನೆ, at the same time ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು angle form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. I repeat, so this line makes an angle, two angle with x axis here, one and here another one. And remember, these two angles are supplementary because sum of these two become here 180 degree. This angle and this angle. If I treat this as here alpha, ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು? 180 minus alpha kariboda, because these two are what? Supplementary angles. So this become here alpha and this become pi minus alpha. Similar here also with x y axis no. This become here beta, and what about this become here? Alpha, beta minus 180. You'll note this is beta minus 180. Similar with the z axis. You'll note this become here gamma, this become here pi minus gamma, 180 minus gamma. So when we discuss about the line, we get here two set of direction angles. First one alpha, beta and gamma, and the second set here pi minus alpha, pi minus beta and pi minus gamma. Pi minus alpha, pi minus beta and pi minus gamma. So these two are the direction angle. They are called direction angle. So we get here two set of direction angle. Artha aita makla? This is very important. So direction angles. Then if we apply the cos, the value of cos of this angle become here direction what? Cosine. So this become cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. So what we got as a, and similar for this one here, cos of pi minus alpha, cos of pi minus beta and cos of pi minus gamma. Pi minus gamma. Is it clear? Okay. Next listen here. So these two are called what we call as here. They are called direction cosines. They are called direction cosines. So already here, nodi. Cos alpha barutte illi for first one. Again cos beta, cos gamma. Simplify this one. Cos of pi minus alpha represent here minus cos alpha minus cos beta, because pi minus theta, it is in second quadrant. So cos become cos, but the sign will change to negative sign. So again here minus cos gamma. So these two are called here direction So what we call is a direction cosines. Artha aita makla? So they are called direction cosines. So when you discuss about the lines in 3-dimensional geometry, have two set of direction cosines. First one is positive sign and second one negative sign. Okay. In order to get the unique set of direction cosines, so we will take this two-way direction line as directed line segment. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇದನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ. That's why we take a unique set of direction cosines. Okay. So ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ತರ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ತರ how we are defining, I will discuss here. So here alpha, beta and gamma are there called here direction angles. They are called direction angles made by the line with positive direction of x-axis, positive direction of y-axis and positive direction of z-axis. Okay. If you apply the cos for this one, that become here cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. So this become here direction cosines. They are called here direction cosines. So in 3-dimensional geometry, we take the line as here directed line. So that's why we take the unique set of direction cosines. So that unique set of direction cosines are denoted by L, M and N. So this become here L, this become M, and this become here N. So L, M, N are called direction what? Cosines. They are called direction cosines. So what L represent here? Cos alpha, M represent cos beta, and N represent cos gamma. What is alpha, beta and gamma? They are the direction angles made by the line. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳ? ಸೊ ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ called here direction cosines. So what about direction ratios? So why we have to take the direction ratios? So what is the need of direction ratios? Just listen here. ನೋಡಿ, suppose alpha is equal to 30 degree, so beta is equal to 45 degree, so and gamma is equal to 43 degree. So if you apply the cos for that value, that angles, the value become here very minimal. So to discuss about the nature of the line or nature of the plane, that become very difficult. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, so and these are not consistent. To get the consistency of the direction cosines, we are taken direction ratios. ಅಂದರೆ the numbers, I will take the numbers A, B and C are the numbers which are proportional to direction cosines. So L divided by A is equal to M divided by B is equal to N divided by C is equal to some value K. So the numbers which are proportional to direction cosines, I repeat, the numbers which are proportional to direction cosines, they are called direction ratios. Very good, they are called direction ratios. So they are called here direction ratios. What is your ABC here? They are the numbers which are proportional to what? Direction cosines. That's why they are called here direction ratios. And remember, direction cosines are unique, but direction ratios are infinite. Direction cosines are unique and direction ratios are infinite. You get the same here. Suppose if ABC replaced by 1, 2, 3, sorry 1, 1, 1, you will get the same value. Again 2, 2, 2, you will get the same value. 1, 2, 3, same value. 2, 4, 6, you will get the same value. So hence the direction cosines are unique, but direction ratios are infinite. This is very important here. Direction ratios are infinite. Okay. So now discuss about these are things. Not illi now enagutte. So this become here L by A is equal to, that become K, and M divided by B is equal to K. Similarly N by C is equal to K. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳ? So here ABC are called direction ratios, LMN called direction cosines, alpha beta are called direction angles. Please give me blank space. Okay. So now L by A is equal to K. L by A is equal to ಏನಾಯ್ತು ನಮಗೆ K. So L is equal to, you can write here A into K ಬರಿಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? And what is M here? M is equal to, so B into K, and N is equal to C into K. Squaring on both sides, that become here L square is equal to A square K square, and M square is equal to B square K square, right? And what about here N square? N square is equal to C square K square. Add all the terms here. If you add all the terms, you will left it here L square plus M square plus N square is equal to, left, add all the terms both in LHS as well as RHS. In RHS become A square K square plus B square K square plus C square K square. And remember, the value of L square plus M square plus N square, the value become here 1. So why this become here 1, we will discuss in next class. Okay. So L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. So make a note here, the value of L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. So which implies, we'll note it. So what is the common term here? K square is common. If I take K square as common, here we will have with here A square plus B square plus C square into K square. So what about K then? K square is equal to 1 over ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ A square plus B square plus C square. So what about K then? Apply square root on both sides. When you apply the square root on both sides, this become here plus or minus 1 divided by square root of A square plus B square plus C square. K ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ? K is equal to plus or minus 1 divided by root of A square plus B square plus ಸಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. Right here. Okay. So what about L is equal to ಏನಿದೆ? L is equal to A into K. So you can write here L is equal to A ಬರೀ ನೋಡಿ. L is equal to A ಇದೆ. So A into K means here K having the value plus or minus 1 divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square. This become here plus or minus A divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square. And what about M then? M is equal to plus or minus B divided by square root of A square plus B square plus C square. Similarly, L, M, N. M is equal to, sorry, forget that one. L, M and N. Last term is here. N. N is equal to plus or minus C divided by square root of A square plus B square plus C square. So this is the relationship between direction cosines and direction ratios. L is equal to plus or minus A divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square. Similarly for M is equal to plus or minus B divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square, and N is equal to plus or minus C divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square. So this is the things we are discussing this class. Okay, this is the relationship between direction cosines and direction ratios. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳ? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಇನ್ 11th standard. In this class, so in 12th standard we are discussing about the direction cosines and direction and ratios. Okay, these are very important. So what is alpha, beta and gamma? They are direction angles. What is your cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma? They are direction cosines. They are denoted by L, M and N. They are called direction cosines. So to get the unique term, to the numbers which are proportional to direction cosines are called direction ratios here. L divided by A, M divided by B and N divided by C is equal to K. What is ABC here? They are called direction ratios. Remember, they are called direction ratios, and the relationship between direction cosines and the direction ratios are L is equal to plus or minus A divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square, and M is equal to plus or minus B divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square, and N is equal to plus or minus C divided by root of A square plus B square plus C square. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳ? So these are the things. So in our next class we are going to discuss about the relationship between direction cosines. How we obtain the value of L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1, and the direction cosines of the line joining 2 points, and properties of lines using direction ratios. In discussing next class. Thank you all.